We are here. How's everybody doing? Okay, how we doing here? Okay. Okay, it's Rich. Good morning, good morning. We are here. Matt, good morning. Okay. Yeah, we're running YouTube separately. Kind of a pain in the ass, but it's the only way that we're going to get the real engagement that we need. Good morning, George. How are you? Okay, we're here. Good morning, everybody. Shannon, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Dirk, good morning. How are you? Morning, Ben. Benton's birthday. Happy birthday to our friend Benton in Georgia. Georgia Bulldog, Benton. Bulldog Benton. How about that? Morning, good morning. We got a lot of people coming on. The mighty YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Okay, how we doing, guys? Okay, we're getting here. There he is, John Henson. How are you? John Henson's going after somebody, I notice. Somebody must have done the wrong thing to you. Welcome to my world. Let us know how we can help, John, if there's anything we can do. Morning, Nikki. Funny. Funny stuff, you guys. Gotta laugh. Mohan, good morning. How are you? How have you been? Are you still looking for that Monte Carlo? Talk about watches? What do you want to talk about? What can we talk about? Gold Daytona, always. Good morning, Leonard. Good morning. Good morning. Thoughts on Charlie Kirk? I think that was old news, man. Sadly, it's kind of run its news cycle, unfortunately. Thank you so much. Yeah, take it easy. You know how you got to look at one of those Monte Carlos? Just from me to you, you have to, it's got to fall in your lap. When you go seeking one out, it's never the same as when it falls in your lap. If one falls in my lap, I will let you know. But they're very difficult to find that are really high grade, and you've got to get the real, Monte Carlos are very funny. If they're shitty condition, they suck. And certain things can make it shitty. Yeah, Patek's raising their prices. Good. Rolex is raising their prices. Good. Oh, man. Yeah, man. We were in New York yesterday. Kind of a quiet day in New York yesterday. This is a weird time of year, you know? I mean, we do our regular online stuff. I bought some good stuff, though. Bought some really good stuff yesterday. Bought a really nice bezel. Passed on some inserts. They were a little strong. Gary, good morning. Yeah, but Carl Cohen doesn't have the one he wants. He wants a two register. He wants the first generation, the real deal one. I mean, the Carl Cohen one is a really nice watch. I happen to like that watch, so I don't know. Hey, man, college student, we love you here anyway, Jaden. Stay with us. You don't have to be a watch guy to hang out with us. We're actually very nice guys. Sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes we're nice. Ah, yeah. So, how's everybody doing? Yeah, Ben, you know how this goes with this stuff. There hasn't been anything really good popping up. I mean, it's a weird time of year. I got a 1016 last week. I moved it out quickly. It wasn't that good. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. You just got to sit back. I love bacon. What you talking about, son? Love bacon. Oh man. Yeah, we got the bunch on today, boy. We got a good bunch. See, this is the weirdest thing. It's like I'm still seeing the comments. The YouTube comments are coming in over here. I see them, but I can't post, which is odd on YouTube. Can't post. My mentoring days are over. My mentoring days are over. I've already addressed that. The only person that gets the benefit of having me around is my son on a daily basis. I'm sure there's enough money to get me to, change my mind, but I don't know. It's not really something in my future. Definitely not in my future. It always ends the same way. It's you know what? You just never, it's like people are people. People are people, at the end of the day. And it's, I don't know, just very, sadly, it's predictable. It's predictable. Well, this is, you know why I do this, Stack? You've been here long enough. And you know that the reason I do this is basically for the credibility of the platforms that I'm on. Okay. I mean, the website, the 716 number, the chat group. I mean, if anybody's got problems over here, they can come over here and, air them out. That's what's good about it. That's why I do it. I'm not getting any real exposure on my TikTok page. I'll tell you that, because this isn't even my primary page. I can't even go live on that page because, obviously, we're the only guys that have been shut down numerous times and can't bring our page back. That ought to tell you guys something. That ought to tell you something. We've always been in the crosshairs of a lot of people because we run this game the right way. And we run it for the right reasons. Basic Rolex, $6,000. Now it's $6-7 grand. Everything is more expensive. Everything's way more expensive. Way, way more expensive. THC, good morning. Airing of grievances day? Yeah, that's funny. That's some good shit. That is some good shit. Manek, good morning. Or good afternoon, I should say. How are you guys? How are you guys? Well, there's a lot of people out there that you can follow and watch and enjoy. Nothing, you know, nothing else we can do. I don't know. Nelson, how are you, baby? Nelson's our new regular here. I like it. I like it a lot. Going to work on your music. Good for you. Good for you. VC was never there. So you can't come back if you've never been there. Everything is nuts right now. 50,000 a month. Okay. Listen, God bless. I don't know. I've seen so much stuff on social media in the last couple of years. And sometimes I sit back and I look at it and I'm like, people believe this shit? It's like, how fucking brain dead do you have to be? How completely devoid of any common sense do you have to be, or level of math do you have to be to like actually believe some of this shit? It's crazy. Crazy stuff. It's just crazy. I don't know, man. I know the Rolex Commando is a very, very rare watch. I mean, here's the deal with that watch, okay? You know my philosophy on vintage watches. It has to be rare and desirable. Rare is an understatement for this watch. These watches were never really, they were always like the outlier. It's a person who's got everything, and you have a Commando in your collection. That's pretty cool. The only time I've ever had one better than this was actually Gil sold me one like about 10 or 15, like 15 years ago. I was living in Manalapan, I think. Gil sold me one. And or actually we were partners on one. And it didn't bring a lot of money. It was like maybe 4 or 5 grand at the time. So, you know, this one, I mean, to have one just walk into the store, and we get stuff that walks into the store, you know, you'd be surprised at some of the things that pop up. And again, it was a lady who comes in, you know, I'm going to have to break her heart because that watch is not worth 50 grand. It's just not. I mean, I think it's more along the lines of, you know, 10 to 20 is where it's going to wind up at, which it's like, you know, it's not really. And the reason is that it's got a relume dial. That's not really a good relume. It's a Rolex relume, and Rolex did the relume. I'm sure of it because I know their process. I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. If I give it back, I give it back. I don't care. Waffles and sausage with Joe. Joe who? You love my enthusiasm? I don't really have very much enthusiasm these days, to be honest with you. I have more enthusiasm to doing this, for doing this, seeing you guys. You know, this is my thing every day. New reference Wimbledon, good investment. 233, a 333. I don't know. It's a lot of money. I'm gonna spend 17 grand on that watch. I mean, I could probably get you. I don't know. It's probably more money to get it, but they don't sell. I need a talk show. I thought I did have a talk show. I thought I had a talk show right here. What do you guys think? You just bought one in Spain? Good for you. Yeah, they're selling the two tones. The two tones, there's no real upside to them. Yeah, there's no real upside. AP rectangular quartz. I don't really think about it. Brian, good morning. How are you? Morning, good morning. Yeah, we're just trying to, you know, trying to get things going in the right direction. That's what we're doing over here. Yeah, there's many lapis dials, many stone dials, many stone dials. Grandfather clocks are not my thing. Not my thing. I like two-tone, to be honest with you. I think it's great. But, you know, everybody's looking at it in terms of upside, and it's like, there's no real upside there. No real upside. New store? We've got the new store. We've had the new store now for a while. I painted it green, if you guys haven't seen it. Market, there are, I mean, I don't know. People are selling the most fucking ridiculous crap. You know, it's like, it's all a price point. I refuse to sell crap. Um, I don't know. It is what it is. I'd rather sell parts. Holiday party at the store? That I don't know. We're going to be doing an art. Um, we're going to be working on doing some, you know, promoting some artists and stuff. You could always check in the group. Absolutely, Nelson. I still have to bring in that La Coltra for a crown. What is my view on the Commando? I already told you. It's a super rare watch. It's just not desirable. It is not one of those things that flies off the shelf. It's an expensive watch because it's super rare. I mean, and even in an auction setting, I don't know. You're going to spend 25% on the hammer. It doesn't pay to me. You're going to go someplace, and you know the problem is it's got that luminous on it. It's got luminous, and that luminous is a problem. Do I like chocolate dials? No, I like chocolate cake. Next case. How we doing on TikTok, guys? Somebody give me an update. I see 109 on YouTube. Facebook is always dead. What's wrong with the luminous? Rolex reapplied some, and it's kind of wacky. But I know they did it because I know they're luminous. 77. Okay, that's cool. I always like vintage watches. I'm not a modern watch guy. Not my thing. Not my cup of tea. Definitely not. Yeah, YouTube is rolling over here. See, this is the problem with the streaming thing, you know, and I've checked all the settings. The settings are right. I mean, I don't know. I think that the only one that really gets engagement is the primary, which over here is TikTok, which I'm going to try to change it to YouTube. Have you ever worked for Rolex? No. Yes, I know you from Facebook, Brian. Of course. Best vintage watch for value? I don't know. Well, we see more James content. You know, James Buckley is, you know, he's kind of inundated right now. You know, you guys got to realize that we're over there, you know, managing, you know, a rebranding. And there's a lot of work that goes into it. Nobody understands what's, you know, the behind the scenes type stuff. You know, we have a website that we're pushing out. It's crazy. It's just crazy. You know, we have legal stuff that has to be done. Yeah, it's crazy. Moses is engaged. Okay. I don't know. You guys listen. Again, it's like you guys believe anything you hear. Reference is a 64, I don't know, something or other. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. Do I like Panerai? Not particularly. I'm not a big Panerai guy. Every once in a while, I don't mind wearing one. If it's a cool one. I like the manual wine ones. I don't like the automatic ones. I like the older ones too, from the 90s. I don't know. I'm not a big Panerai guy. You have 5711. I don't know. You gotta contact the website. We don't give out blanket, you know, appraisals online. Book a consultation. Everybody comes. I mean, Mike has a sign right there. He's like, $250 a question for authenticity and pricing and stuff like that. And he's right, because everybody wants to come over there and ask 100 questions. 7750. I don't know. I don't like Vacheron. Not my cup of tea. Definitely not. Listen, everything gets love if it's priced right, guys. You guys got to remember that. Where's my coffee? It's right here. Always. Have two-tone Datejust, 41 diamond black dial. Yeah, the price is going to go down because they keep making them. Guys, you got to realize something. Rolex is going to keep making stainless steel Datejusts and stainless steel two-tone Datejusts. That is what they do. That is their you know, their go-to, you know, model, the Datejust. That's the price point is always right. That's what people want. It looks like a Rolex. People say, oh, the Oyster Perpetual, the Air King. No, it's got to have that little bubble over here to make people believe it's a Rolex. That's what they do. That's the bread and butter. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was looking for the terminology. That was it. Join the chat group. Buckley Dot, my favorite? Not really. That was a really nice one. And let me tell you something. They changed that out at service. I don't think this guy really knew what the hell he had over there. I'd love to see the service invoice. I think that dial was changed out. It was a service dial. And hands. They matched perfectly. Did you see the glow? That didn't come on there in the 80s or 90s. Definitely not. It was too clean. They changed it out. That was a weird watch. Me and Bobby kind of aren't really in agreement on that thing. I mean, I don't think any part of that shit is real, especially the clasp. I don't know. 1665 always. Service there's no such thing in not crazy money. If you're going to say not crazy money, I could tell you you'll get not crazy, not crazy results. You'll get, crap. She put her on consignment. I think she's reaching. I mean, I did the video with her because she came in before. And, people get delusional. They think it's, the Holy Grail. It's actually not. Would you ever buy an older stainless stove? Yeah, I've bought many older stainless stoves. Can the Cyclops be removed? Oh, my God. Don't let these people start telling you the Cyclops can be removed. Okay, it can, but why would you do that? Why would you do that? I mean, I can't stand these people that, they'll get an older, GMT and they'll put a flat crystal on it. It's like, guys, that's not what it's supposed to be. Hey, go start a new job, Billy D. Go get it, baby. I think it could bring 20. It's like 20 doesn't really excite me, to be honest with you. Really doesn't excite me. 666 is actually a nice watch too, but it's got to have the right dial. That's the thing. It doesn't look like a Rolex. It looks like some kind of hybrid bullshit that, half of these fucking new jacks, I don't know, and a lot of old jacks too. They just, ooh, I don't like the Cyclops. Then shut the fuck up and buy a Patek. It's like, really, man? They get me irritated. They really do when they start doing shit like that. They just do. Enjoy learning from me? Okay, thank you. We're there on Mondays. Mondays from 11 to 4, 45 West 47th Street. Do I ever deal with Adam at Mental Watches? Yes. Tell Adam I'm going to send him a new t-shirt. Adam needs a new t-shirt. Do I own a Tropical Dial? No. Have I bought and sold them? Many. Many, more than you can count. On video, I seem nice. On my live, I'm always miserable. Really? I seem pretty nice now. Really? I seem that miserable today. Wow, that's surprising. I didn't think so. I didn't think I looked miserable. Okay, maybe it's just any words of encouragement. Nostalgia is the opioid of the masses. I love that line. Remember that, right? Why am I not a Ranger fan? Bro, don't trigger me. Don't start triggering a brother. Nostalgia is the opioid of the masses. Always remember that. Send Adam a razor. Please, I'm going to send him a garden hose and a fucking bar of soap. And a fucking washing machine for that shirt. You tell Adam that Buckley's got shit for him. You tell him I said that. I just fuck with Adam. I know Adam a long time. He's a good guy. He's my friend. A razor. Remember Queer Eye for the Straight Guy? They need to get in there with Adam. What was that guy? Carson needs to go walking into Adam's store right now. Okay, let's go. Carson needs to go in there. Oh my God. On the word of encouragement? Yeah, my For You page is a fucking shitty account anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, nostalgia is the opioid of the masses, meaning that people sit back and they look back constantly. you know, and they're constantly referring back. You know, I learned something many, many years ago, okay? And it's a great, this is kind of like, this goes hand in hand with that statement. It's called look back, but don't stare. I learned that. I learned that. Look back, but don't stare. Is 20K fair for a 16? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Your comments are showing up, P. Now you can relax. What did I make of Periscope? He was right. He was right. You know, I don't know. Yeah, sadly. I mean, look, Jose Periscope is one of these guys that's like, yeah, look back in anger. I don't know if that's in the David Bowie song. I was thinking of that song too. That's on Lodger, I think. Lodger is one of my favorite Bowie albums. Do I think a Jubilee strap would look good on it? No. Daytonas don't get Jubilee bracelets. Stop it now. Again, another one with the no Cyclops. People, you guys got to not. I don't know. I get these guys. They're like, oh my God, I want to put a Jubilee bracelet on. It's like, doesn't go on there, bro. Yeah, Oasis isn't a band. I don't know what they are. Is Jose back? Yeah, he just got back last night. He texted me. So hopefully all your watches will be ready in the next month or two. Land dwellers are not showing up. Not yet. Not yet. Lenny, good morning, babe. See, Lenny's brother and I would sit here and fight with these people. I don't like Jubilees on Daytonas. They don't go with Daytonas unless they were special ordered. And if they were special ordered, somebody was fucking drinking. They don't go on a Daytona. Sorry. Good morning. Good morning. Frank is triggering me over here. Frank Capolino, nice Irish guy, triggering me. Closest 3 friends? I don't have any friends. I have no friends. Only customers. No, it's a joke. My 3 closest friends? I don't know. It's kind of subjective at this point, to be honest with you. Jubilee on a 1675 goes because it came with a Jubilee, believe it or not. Absolutely came with Jubilees. Many times. Many, many times. I don't have clients. You ever hear these fucking people, these fucking new jacks? They're like, oh, I have a client coming over. What are you, a fucking accountant? You got a guy coming over to look at a fucking watch. It's like, give me a break. Oh, I have a client. I have a very important client. Like, are you fucking stupid? Oh my God, clients. Give me a break. It's funny. Thank you, Jack. Yeah. It's like client. Oh my God. You must have a very high opinion of yourself. You're a fucking watch salesman. You're a few clicks away from selling fucking cell phones at T-Mobile. It's like, give me a break. Lawyers and accountants, even accountants. I don't like when accountants say client. Always means that I'm going to have to pay more money. I don't know, Lenny. I just don't like the word. What is this idiot doing? Oh my God, this is bothering me here. Bothering me. There you go. Next. I got him. Got him already, Jordo. Client. Oh my God. Here I am. I'm over at the Clinique counter. I have a client. Give me a break. Everyone's an account executive. You ever see that? I remember the first job I got back in the 90s, and I got business cards and it said account executive. And I was like, oh God. I hate business cards too. I hate fucking business cards. Hate them. Ugh. It's funny. 727. Yes. I have a client that's coming in today. They're looking for a very, I'm going to have to go out there and find the watch on 42nd. Get the fuck out of here. Make a fucking phone call. Oh my God. Did social media now? 47th Street's been a shit show for years in one way, shape, or form or another. So, I mean, social media is not killing it. It gives a very, very unrealistic, it's not realistic what being portrayed. I try to be as, organic and realistic as possible. People come in, I start the camera, we finish the video. There's not 50 edits. There's not, we're not over there trying to make content. We're just filming what's going on. And that's the difference between me and everybody else. Everybody else is trying their best to make content. And honestly, I mean, my lack of, engagement sometimes shows. The one thing that social media doesn't show, the backstory behind every video. The fucking planning of every video. Jesus Christ. My everyday watch here. This is my everyday watch. I love this watch. This is my favorite watch. I love this watch. I've been wearing this more and more. I don't know why. I just love it. I don't know. I know it's all content. I get it. But it's like you have to, yeah, my orange hand. You've got to understand that everybody wants WWE. They want Hulk Hogan to come out there and rip his shirt off because they're sitting there living vicariously through a lot of what we do. Okay. And a lot of times it's not that exciting. I mean, me and James Buckley sit in our office in New Jersey and we buy and sell stuff all day long. We have people coming in by appointment. We have people calling us up on the phone. We're doing consultations. We're moderating the group. We're dealing with our day ones. We're doing everything that we possibly can. But a lot of times that's not very sexy. So people want to show that it's just this bustling, oh my God, look what I'm doing. I'm so fucking important. And it's usually people, it's small dick syndrome half the time. It's like you've got to, you got something to prove. It's like one thing you guys know about me, I have fucking nothing to prove in this game. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm a real American selling Sweden. Rick Derringer wrote that song. That's my bro. That's my bro. No, it's not that annoying. I mean, they want to see somebody make money because they can't. Or they want to see someone make money and then they want to try it. It gives a very, very, it's an unrealistic expectation that's put on people. That's why we have the chat group. Chat group puts everybody puts it all into perspective. It's like, oh, I want to go out there and I want to buy and sell Rolex. It's like, no, in the chat group, this is what we teach. Spend $100 on a watch. Show me how you do it. Zapping? Never heard of it. Hey, I'm always here. We don't give shit away either. I'm not a giveaway guy. I'm not a giveaway guy. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to even address that. I'm not going to address that. I'm not going to address that. You want to be a guy that runs around and, makes a few hundred here, a few hundred. That's what Rafiq does. Rafiq is the originator of that, okay? Of the quick turnaround. Rafiq is the originator. Rafiq has been doing that since 2009. Okay, I know because I used to give him stuff up and down the street to run around. He would get it from me, sell it, make $100, make $500, make $200. Rafiq is the guy. And he's been doing it now for 25 years too. Rafi's been around the street. Rafi's real guy. Rafiq does not do social media. No. Rafiq, I see Rafiq every day on 47th Street when I'm there. 1987? No, it's not scarce. Someone's telling you a lie. Someone is lying to you, which is normal, half-baked watch dealer type shit. Listen, you can grind away on the street, trust me. I used to grind shows. I mean, doing trade shows was my, I would do quick turnaround stuff at shows. Like I would buy a watch and just, I tell this story many, many times. When I was first starting out, it was like maybe 2000, 2001. It was just before 9/11. And we would go to the and National Association of Watch and Clock Collectors, NAWCC show out in Pennsylvania at this place called the Scanticon over by King of Prussia. And I swear to God, I would walk into the place with 10,000 bucks and nothing else. I'd buy and sell watches all day long from booth to booth, leave with 20,000. I mean, easy. Easy stuff. That's what we did. I look familiar? Hey, Two Owls, what's up? I do not have a clasp. I don't. Thought I had one, I do not. Yeah. Put them on the back of a milk carton. I'm not cannabis friendly. I think that it's turned into, almost like a lifestyle for folks, and it's making people stupid. And you're talking to somebody who has moved weight, okay? You want to talk about weight? I can tell you about weight. And the stuff that they've got going around right now is fucking poison. All that vape shit and this fucking hydro shit. It's crazy. Why do I have to go to the Hong Kong shows? What for? I can make a phone call and talk to the top guys in Hong Kong anytime I want. Some people just want to do it to show that they're important. Oh, I'm going to Hong Kong to buy a watch. Wait a minute, I'm getting on a plane. I'm sitting in economy plus. I'm getting off the plane. I'm going to stay at some flea bag hotel, or I'm staying at the peninsula. Oh my God, give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Modern stuff lost its way. I mean, I have not imbibed in, I don't know, 30 years, over 30 years. But I remember back in the day, the real good stuff was real good stuff. It was grown somewhere and imported and, not like, some of this stuff that's coming out now. I mean, I don't know, but I could just see that people are stupid. People get dumb. They're like, ugh. I don't know. They smoke at 8 in the morning. I know. It's not, I don't know. My top three jewelers: Tony at Belinda. And then there's Tony at Belinda. And the third one is probably Tony at Belinda. You guys are, worried about, going against the S&P. You guys are reading too much fucking Hodinky and some of this bullshit. It's like, buy a watch. Buy a watch, enjoy it. You want to sell it later on, you sell it. If it costs you money, that's how much it costs you to wear. It's like, you guys want to, you guys don't want, everybody wants an insurance policy, to make sure that they don't get hurt. It's like, what happened to the world? Where did people's balls go? It's unbelievable. People have no balls. I don't know. I'm not in the city, Bobby. I was there yesterday. Shit. And next Monday, everybody's closed. Jewish holidays, I mean, everybody's going to be dead on Monday. It's going to be completely closed down, the city. So, if anything, just tell them to ship it. I don't have anybody else going in either. You bought silver at 17? All right. So now you're going to make, what, 2,000? I don't know. What's that? What's the average cost of a booth? I mean, I don't know. The cheapest booths I've ever seen were like 4 or 5 grand. I mean, we're taking a showcase from Bobby. I mean, but that's a special situation. Where's your keeper? I got a keeper. Here, I got my keeper. I got the keeper. I always keep a keeper. Like this. This what you guys want? See, I keep it tilted to the side. Little gangster lean like this. Like, yo, what's up? I got the keeper on. Yo, I got my keeper on. Oh, shit. Knocking shit over. That's not good. What's not as bad? Who owns the buildings? Very rich people. I remember the building on the corner, 10 West. When we did a build out at 10 West, Danny spent almost 30 grand. We were setting up with Doria, which is Doria and Son Diamonds, Doria Brothers Diamonds. Now it's Doria and Sons, Charlie Doria. And Danny and Charlie spent almost $30,000 building out the window, building out a booth. We had a spot there, the whole thing. Landlord wound up selling the building 9 months in for $125 million. And we had to move back to 66 West. And then me and Danny took booth 9 and 10. We were there for 5 years. Yeah, it was brutal. That space, right, that dirt right now is worth 100 million. We're talking about 10, 15 years, 2014. No, 2013 into 14. Now it's all companies own those buildings, man. It's crazy. Coffee. I'm drinking coffee. What are we doing here? Next case, next case. How we at? Where we at? Where we at? 739. 739. Am I related to Fonzie? Hey, love Fonzie. What you know about Fonzie? See, every once in a while, somebody gives me a good comment. Ned's Belly, favorite comment of the day. Am I related to Fonzie? I love it. I don't know, people. Buy a watch because you enjoy it. Exactly. What happened to the watch that Yasha? We sold it. We made like 18 and change, 19 grand each. Day's work. Best Jewish deli is Katz's isn't even a real Jewish deli, I don't think. But that's the only go-to. Carnegie sucks. You own residential? Residential is difficult these days. I was talking to one of my buddies. I had Niraj over there yesterday. And Niraj owns a bunch of real estate, and we always compare notes. And right now, I mean, your tax base is low, but your sewer, water and sewer is ridiculously overpriced. He's got a few buildings out in Brooklyn, and he's paying like 8,000-9,000 a year in taxes for 3 family, which is pretty good. And what's happening is your water and sewer right now is ridiculously high. Do I like Charlie Kirk? Yes. I agreed with some things that he said. I disagreed with other things that he said. There's, this is how it goes. Michael Green. Water and sewer are ridiculous. Yeah. No, Niraj Jet. Niraj. I don't know if you know Niraj. Paddock Rose Gold Skeleton? I don't know. Who the fuck knows? A million different fucking Paddocks out there. They all have different numbers. I don't know. That's Bobby's department. Me and Bobby work well. We're like the dream team over there. Carnegie, I don't know if it's even open. Junior's in Manhattan sucks. The one in Brooklyn is good. But Junior's is a different kind of deli. Junior's is more like an upscale diner, but with a really good deli section. Seiko Mod for a beginner? Okay. Someone has no buying, get into the watch business. You join the chat group. $20. $20 a month, $100 for 6 months in the chat group. There is no better deal anywhere. Anywhere on the fucking planet. Join the group. Yeah, Carnegie closed. Yeah, that's drag. David, good morning. Do I like George Santos? I don't even know George Santos. I don't know who that is. Seiko's a very made well. Has your business? I've never been to OKC. I deal with a lot of people. OKC is a very strong market, that Midwest market, because OKC is closer to Texas and Dallas. So they get a lot of that stuff. In my 30 years, have you ever seen the Italian mob buying watches? I'm sure they do. But that's on a need-to-know basis. How does joining the group help someone? It puts you in contact with people who know more than you. and you build a network. Before you go out and start buying watches, you get to learn first. And we've got great guys in that group that help people. We've finally gotten it to a point where the core members of that group really, they really, really, help people. Sin, not particular. I don't like these small micro brands and stuff. I upload TikTok almost every day. Space Ranger, I'm always there. Yeah, it's a good group. Listen, it costs you $20. I mean, I went to Starbucks the other day. God forgive me. But it was actually, I had a latte. It was actually pretty good. And I bought 2 coffees, an iced coffee, a latte, and 2 crappy breakfast sandwiches. It was like $27. I was like, fuck. Mr. G, how are you? No, this is my backup account. My main account is Tuscany Rose, at Tuscany Rose. What watch should you buy under $1,000? I have no idea. What's up, my G? Like when you're going to purchase something from someone and you can verify it with other members. Yeah, it helps. It helps. It gives you, or if you're going to buy something, other members are going to say, hey, listen, I just bought one and I couldn't sell it. Or wait, I have one here. Raul, good morning. How are you? Raul Carrillo. I haven't seen Raul in a while. Good to see you, brother. If the discontinuation, I mean, forget about great deal. If you want one, just buy it. Everybody's trying to save $500, $1,000, $20. If you want it, buy it. The minute that you start worrying about price points on this stuff, it's not good. When you ask stupid questions, I'm going to ignore you. If you ask any questions that you know damn well I'm not going to answer, and that goes for everybody, prepare to be ignored. And if you ask it too many times, prepare to be silenced. You can sell in the group, of course. We have an international component, or not component, but contingent in there. Many, many international buyers. 744. What do I think of Movado? They're like watches you would buy at the mall. They're not terrible. When I buy them, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, try it. Listen, cost you next to nothing. It's a lot cheaper than going out buying a watch and losing your money. What watch? I can't tell you that. I just cannot tell you that. I cannot tell you that. Next case. Invicta's great. Invicta's a wonderful watch. People sleep on Invicta. It's a big, bulky watch. It runs. It's usually they're quartz, so there's really not a lot of maintenance. You can stop by. Just let us know. 716-9watch9. Last new watch. I don't buy watches from ADs. All my ADs know who I am, what I do, and I never ask them for favors. I don't do that. If I want something, I'll buy it on the secondary market and I'll pay over. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's always good to make an appointment. Knock on the door. If we're okay and we're open and we've got the stuff, we'll always let you in. Thank you so much, Frank Leonardi. Fins, oh my God, they're horrible. They're horrible. Looking to buy a used Datejust. Go through the website. There you go. Go through the website. James Buckley will deal with you. And at least you know you're dealing with an owner. You're not dealing with a salesperson. These places have fucking salespeople. It's like, what do you think you're buying? It's like, I don't know. Dealing with somebody who has no knowledge. Their only motivation is to make their commission. Dan Marino? I don't think so. Dan never won anything. So he could stay where he is in the Hall of Fame. 747. Yeah, the old school Invictas are cool. I don't know if Moses is not as popular. You got to realize this thing goes in cycles, guys. This thing goes in cycles. Trick is, when you've been around long enough, like me, you get to understand that it's cyclical. Yeah, well, Next case. How we doing on TikTok, guys? Curious. You paid 22 for Bruce Wayne, but can I tell you something? That's the right money. That is the right money. Yeah, I mean, listen, these people, when the watch market starts slowing down, you're going to see them all run for cover. I have not seen anything good. Am I going to the gym? Yes, I am, actually. Shit. I got 12 minutes before I got to leave. How do you even fucking do this shit? I don't even know how to do this. Ugh. Listen, I mean, look, some people are stingy. Some people don't really know how to do business. Max has been around 20 something years. Roman Sharf? Good guy. Yeah, poor Dan. Peter Piccolino. I don't know. New Jack, as far as I'm concerned. A lot of guys are going to start running for cover. This is not for the faint of heart. Some of these guys with big followings and stuff like that, they think it's easy to sell watches to these people. The people that come in there are not exactly, the most educated buyers. They're not the most educated buyers. We are not hiring. We do not hire. Owners run the company. Hey, Ronnie, let's do it. Let them shut it down. We'll be on YouTube. Tudor Tiger, I like the old Tudor Tigers. They're okay. Nothing wrong with them. Watch shorter, and it was popular. So they talked about the watch of the game. When you look at some of the videos, that's all it is. It's masturbation. It's just somebody, trying to portray that they're successful or that they know something that you don't. And I mean, it's fine, if that's the truth, but most of the 99% of them are just, like trained monkeys. They do the same content over and over again. I mean, most of them do. Look, we film whatever happens. Sometimes it's not as popular as all that. That's life. They're going to load the interest rates. What do you think they're going to do, hot dog? I've been holding off on selling real estate right now. Nick, good morning. Not lately. It's not a flip and a scam. It's just, it's gotten so, I don't know. Listen, I don't hate. I'm an originator. They're going to lower it by a point. That's good shit. That'll help me. The real vintage root beers have plexiglass. The sapphire ones have sapphire. Yeah. Yeah, the watch is discontinued. I hate that phrase. Oh, it's been discontinued. Well, why do you think it was discontinued? Because nobody fucking liked it. Wait, my watch is... Wait, I love when people say the Milgauss was discontinued. They made it for 15 years. There's more of them out there than Datejusts. Ugh, please. Please. Ottawa. 50 fathoms, not my wheelhouse. When am I coming to Montana? Let me tell you, I wish I was living in Montana at this point. Go there and plant a flag. Turn it into the watch capital of the rectangular states. I need a haircut. I have peaked. Listen, I peaked more times than most people have ever peaked. So I won't worry too much about that. Maybe you should do your homework. Do a little Google search. You'll see the real people from the people who got TikTok famous. And I'm one of them. But I was famous beforehand, before that. So, I'm the Grouch. Yeah, that's cool. Fucking A. Tiso, Mall watch, but good watch. Vintage Air King, same thing. Who cares? Who cares? Some of us don't have to prove ourselves every day. No, I was famous to the people who knew. And that's all that really matters, isn't it? General public is not exactly, 99% of the people that watch our videos are not exactly spending money. Yeah. Which photo are we talking about? I don't even know. Land dweller prices are not coming back to reality because the watch has only been available for a year. You guys have to understand supply and demand of watches. When people look at some of these watches, they've been making them for 10 years. The Milgauss, the GMT, the Batman, the Batgirl, the Hulk. There's tons of them out there. Of We have a verification system that we're putting in place that's patent pending right now. That's going to probably be released at some point, but we're working with one of the big insurance companies before we actually put it out to the public, because if we finish the deal with them, then we don't really have to do anything. We'll just sit back and collect. So that's how we do it. Hey, go get it, Mike. We have the WinPass, the watch identification number. I've shown you guys this. I've got to send Nelson one. I've got to send a lot of guys these things. We just haven't. We have to figure it out so that we're working with the developers right now so that people can just upload their information. People that don't buy watches from us can pay a fee, upload their information, and have these, all of this stuff in their Apple wallet, which would be nice. And you click on and you go right to our server and you can have all your pictures, so you don't have to go looking through your phone and this and that. Yeah. So we've been working on this now for a while. We've been working on it for a while. My website to buy watches, here you go. TuscanyRose.com. Buying and selling trade. Should I quit my trucking job? I can't tell you that. I don't know about a game changer. It's gonna straighten a lot of people out. Check app. There is none. That was an old picture. Yeah, a friend of mine took that picture. 7:55. As a buyer, is there a way to know if a watch is lost or stolen? Nope. The only way that you can protect against that is get an invoice and buy it from a very reputable source. And many of these people that have that have big accounts, they ghost you when you go for a refund. And that's the truth. Weather is shit in New Jersey. Lenny, have a good day. Well, shoes are different. There are no serial numbers on shoes. When you have a serial number, if there's a serial number on a Rolex or on a Cartier or on a Patek, very easy to identify it as yours. When you're walking around with a pair of, Air Force Ones or something like that, there's no serial number. The only way that you could do it is like, what do you call it? Upper deck and stuff like that. We've already got the patent pending. We're already protected, so we'll see. The line for the new Swatch, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we've got the patent secured. Well, it's pending, so we've already, if we do it, we'll be in good shape. Recognize the nicknames that watches. No, they don't recognize it. Big love from Goldstone Jewelers. What's up, baby? D Stone, my guy. 756. Why can't you make a left-hand turn? I have no idea. There's a place on 47 you can check the authenticity of a Rolex before purchasing. You go to Mike's Watch and you pay him $250 and he'll look at it. Nobody's going to do it for free. I'm certainly. A guy comes up to me. I'm standing by Mike getting getting my service done. Guy comes up, oh, could you come and take a look at a Sky Dweller for me? I'm like, excuse me? Yeah. $250 to open a case. $20,000 to buy a shitty watch is worse. So, everybody wants somebody else's knowledge for free. We don't do that. We charge for everything. Yeah, can you fix my plumbing? I know. It's not to open a case. It's to show you their knowledge for 40 years. Prison stories? Not right now. Is there a source or a price list? Not really. At 75, you'll get, you'll get some of the social media guys to open it up for you. And they're all real knowledgeable. That's the problem with people. You just proved my point. You just proved my point. It's like, you just proved my point. 75 bucks? I wouldn't even touch the watch for 75 bucks. If it's not worth $250, then I'd be careful. It's the same mentality. Oh, I want this watch. I want to save money. Yeah, they graduated from the school of social media watch dealers on Instagram and TikTok. It's funny. Super funny. That's funny, Nelson. I love that. Absolutely love it. The time to money ratio. How about the tools to open the watch properly? How about that? You're gonna let some monkey go over there and open it up with a bullshit case opener and strip the case? I don't know. You people are really funny, man. You're really funny. Then it's not for you. Then it's not for you. Just proves my point, you guys. Just proves my point. This is what you're dealing with. This is why we only have owners at my company, and we deal with very, very select people. Safe to wear your $10,000 watch? No. My skills are laughable? I don't know. Well, a car and a watch are two different things, bro. Gotta go. On that happy note, Jesus Christ. That's funny.